This week's Hometown Happenings is brought to you by the Detroit Lakes School District.
Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here at the M-State, actually at the new digs for the Area Learning Center with Principal Peter Lundeen. And I guess what a great place to be. It looks awesome here.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. It is a wonderful place. I do have to say that when it comes down to making a move like this from one place to another where we have been for a long time, coming on over here, the support and the help from the M-State staff has been incredible, from all the way from the people in the cafeteria to the facilities folks to the administration. Everyone has been extremely helpful for us in being able to adjust to a new place.
Okay. Well, first, maybe you should backtrack a little bit and tell folks they're tuning in right now and they're like, what is an Area Learning Center? I didn't even know we had one.
Well, the Area Learning Center was started way back in 2001, and the reason was that they saw that there were far too many kids weren't completing their diploma. They were dropping out of school for multiple reasons. And so what occurred was that they looked at all the different possibilities and opportunities that were available, such as independent study, which was that model that's been around for a long time that gives kids an opportunity to come in and get work and go home and do it. Well, they saw that wasn't exactly the best option for all kids either. So what they did is they started having conversation about intervention-based programming. And what that is taking a look at all the different possibilities, the reasons why barriers and issues occur so that education is second, third, fifth, 17th on the list of priorities. So the whole idea of our program is to take a look at what we can do to support, problem solve, layer interventions into place so that kids get the support that they need to overcome the issues and barriers so they can move on in life.
All right. So for 15 years, the ALC has been in Detroit Lakes. How has enrollment, tell us a little bit about enrollment from then to now. Mm-hmm.
When we first started, we had I think we had like 34 students in our seat-based program, for example, something along those lines. And as time has gone by, we've continued to grow to the point where this year we started off with over 65 students, which is not an all-time high, but it's getting back to where we would like to be as we were about 10 years ago. And so at this particular point, we're between 65 and 70 students in the seat-based program, plus our independent study program still has full-time students also. So the other part of this, though, that's really important to remember is that we just don't have the independent study and the seat-based programming. We also provide the targeted services throughout the district and throughout the region, which is kindergarten through 8th grade programming that happens after school. And then we also provide the summer school programming, K-12 throughout the region also. So, for example, students from Lake Park Audubon, Frazee. We also provide services in Morris. We provide services in West Central area for targeted and for summer school programming. So it's not just what you see. We also, to be honest with you, we serve over 1,800 kids, and we're actually twice as big as any of the buildings in the district in terms of providing services for kids.
Okay, very interesting. So the majority of our students, so what would the age? I mean, the people that come to the M-State here. Mm-hmm.
We service kids 14 through 21. Okay. But typically, we're looking at right now our biggest group is our seniors, which is typical of our program. But we also are running into more kids that are 14 years old that are just coming out of 8th grade and need additional services.
Okay. So, you're giving kids another chance to get that diploma.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're looking at problem solving. We're looking at what is getting in the way and working towards solutions that are appropriate, that are helpful, that are positive. Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't want to forget to also talking about our recovery school, which is one of 4 in the whole state. Our recovery school is a school within a school that provides services for its students who are actively engaged in a recovery plan and have successfully completed inner outpatient treatment for chemical dependency. It has been a very, very successful program, and as a matter of fact, we're trying to expand our programming throughout the region to provide services in a lot of the small towns in the area that can't afford the type of programming that is available. So we went out and we wrote a grant, and we have some additional funding for services throughout the region through the state of Minnesota. So it's quite exciting.
And you're very busy.
You know what? The truth is that I have been very blessed to have a staff that is exceptionally talented at every single piece of the puzzle. They have They have skills that are amazing in terms of dealing with kids, families, parents, agencies and organizations. So to be honest with you, it runs very, very well because of what the staff can do.
All right, so now you're into new digs, so a new area, moving from the home center to M-State. So tell us a little bit about that, about where you've been located in the past.
Well, way back in the day, we were here. We started here back in 2001, but that was for a pretty short period of time, like 4 months. By the winter break, we were heading over to the home center, and for another 3 or 4 months, we were down, or a couple of months, we were down in the childcare area, which was tight and cramped, but it worked for the time being because we were waiting for the third floor to be finished up. And once that got taken care of, we moved up to the third floor that first year. So there was 3 moves in 1 year, but we moved through it and got up to the third floor of the home center. And we're there until just last year, which was also a wonderful opportunity and had wonderful support from the home center itself too.
All right, so now you're here at M-State, and you've got a little more space to work with and a little bit different atmosphere. It's
been, like I said in the beginning, the support that we've had from the people here has been extraordinary. They've been very, very helpful, and it is a wonderful space. As a matter of fact, I've heard many, many kids talk about, going to college does seem like something I can do, and that was the whole idea.
All right, so very good. Congratulations on the move, and we're going to get a little tour, I think, with Shelley Scary on some of the classrooms here.
Sounds great. Well, thank you very much.
All right, Peter Lundeen at the ALC here, relocated at M-State here in Detroit Lakes. We're going to be back with a tour with Shelley Scary next. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. Here now with Shelley Scary at the new location of the Alternative Learning Center, the Area Learning Center at M-State here in Detroit Lakes. And Shelley, tell us a little bit about some of the rooms now. How many actual rooms do you have here at M-State?
I believe we have 8.
Okay.
And so this first room that we're in right now is our recovery school. And the difference between this room and the rest of our rooms is that our students, except for this class period and for Phi-Ed, our students who are in the recovery school, as Peter said earlier, are in a program where they are together all day and they choose and work on staying clean and sober because they've successfully completed inpatient or outpatient treatment. So what they do is they stay in here and our teachers rotate through them. So our math teacher comes in here, our social teacher comes in here, and that way they still connect and interact at lunch, Phi-Ed, and then right now they're actually in the art room just as them with the art teacher. But it just provides a space for them to this is where they basically live. I mean, they start out with group in the morning and they focus on, their issues with chemical dependency and how to work through that, whether it's, it's themselves, family members, whoever it might be. And so this is their space. They have a recovery school coordinator. Her name is Amy, and she's excellent, and she works with them on their services, making sure that they are getting the services that they need, that they're here, just like the rest of us do with our own advisees, is what we call them. So.
Okay, all right, and let's maybe head to another room and check out some of the other classrooms that you have. I mean, are they typical classrooms, like all the different subjects? Or
for the most part, like the recovery school, this is a unique one, and then my classroom, which is next, which is the teenage parent program, would be an alternative, unique classroom because it's not something that every school would have.
Okay, all right, let's see.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so Shelley, I've noticed one thing about this is that you've got a lot of nice new furniture and a lot of space.
Yes, we do. What they did here was, one of the reasons that we needed to move from home center was we were going out of our space. And so we now have 8 classrooms, so they took this large room and they split into 2. And so this is my room. This is the teenage parent program. And I have my parent education class in here every day at the end of the day from 2:40 to 3:30. And what I do is I work with the teen moms on, parenting skills, child development, where are they at in their pregnancy, et cetera. And then other people can use this room as well. So it's sort of a floating room if they need it. So that's nice for us to have.
All right, let's go on to the next. All right, Shelley, tell us where we're at now.
We are in our computer lab, which is also our independent study room. So the nice thing about our move over here now is that we have this computer lab that has, I think we have 13 computers, but we eventually would like to have 20. And so not only do I use this classroom for my study skills classes, but Mr. Baxter uses it. We use it for testing. We use it. Any classroom teacher can use this room. But we also use this room for independent study program, which Peter talked about earlier, and that is for students who are coming in. Let's say they come in after 3:30, because the independent study teachers are here until 5 o'clock. Most of them every Monday through Thursday. The students can come in, work, meet with the teacher, work on the computer, get their work, and then they can go home. If they don't have computer at home or internet access, they can work here, which is nice. I mean, it's just, and it's open every day. So.
All right, excellent. We're here at M State at ALC's new digs here in Detroit Lakes, and we've got a tour with Shelley Scarry and also talked to Peter Lundeen. And, it's a great thing for the community to have this, because I know the school is looked at as a model throughout the state.
It is. It is. Every time we go to our Alternative Ed conference for the state, they look at us and ask us questions, because we've been doing this for so long, and we really, really try to do the best that we can.
And you have been with ALC since the...
I have. This is my 15th year.
All right.
So,
well,
yes.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right. With Shelley Scarry, I'm Carol McCarthy at the ALC Digs, new digs at M State, and Hometown Happenings on TV3.